Hey, we're back. We're back with Soul Connection. Hey, if you want to chat with us, you can Skype chat with us at TriStar Radio, or you can hit us up on Facebook at Facebook.com/TriStar Radio. Tweet with us on Twitter at TriStar_Radio. Hey, but we was just talking about should black entertainers come together and help out South Africa. My opinion, I said yes. D thought that it would be some challenges in trying to do so.
I didn't answer the question though.
Okay.
My answer to the question is yes. I do think that they should.
Okay.
I don't think that they should by themselves. I don't think it should just be black entertainers. I think that all of us in America should become more conscious to realize that if we don't have a strong connection with our homeland, that we don't wield any power. It has to be a collective that comes together in America outside, and maybe the entertainers will be the ones that have set it off, like in the 60s with the civil rights. It was entertainers that stood up and said, hey, we need to be a part of this, and because they were able to wield a certain type of influence, you had a lot of people that jumped on the bandwagon and started becoming more supportive and less afraid.
Right.
So, I think they should do something to they need to come together to help South Africa, but not only South Africa, all of Africa.
Right.
Because all of Africa is to one degree or another suffering from the same ailment, which is being victimized and their natural resources being utilized and basically taken from them for little or nothing, with them left standing there in the muck and mire, so to speak.
And I think once they get through milking them for everything that they think they can get out of them, whether it's lithium, oil,
they'll end up with some incurable disease. Yeah,
like they're doing now.
Exactly.
So I think that they need to go together, but I think it needs to be something needs to start it. And when I was watching this documentary, I was thinking that hopefully that this Bling documentary will be something to spark it, because I think that if you look at the athletes and that have the influence, that have some influence, like and not jumping ship, but I was over my cousin's house, and his son came in with a new pair of shoes. Mm-hmm. Penny Hardaway, Anthony Hardaway, haven't played basketball in a while. Mm-hmm. He have shoes that's on the market now like $200 and some change. $200 and some change for a pair of sneakers. Now, I haven't checked this out, but I was told that some of those shoes on eBay are running in the upwards of $600 and $800. Now, and I'm saying this, I'm looking at these price tags with the Jordans.
I want you to think about this, AJ. Our mindset, in terms of our youth especially, and some of the people in our age group as well, is so messed up that a lot of us will be willing to invest that type of money in a pair of sneakers, but not in gold.
What? And you make a good point, because I went to a cookout this 4th of July weekend, and a lot of the men kind of corralled together, and some of those topics came up, and one of the guys there owned an insurance company. Mm-hmm. And as when we was talking, he was talking about us and our ignorance when it comes to investment, insurance, life, things like that. And that is one of the things that we don't talk about. If you trying to get a bunch of black people together, and I'm not talking about any black people, because some of us do understand the value of it, mm-hmm. And some of us, don't want to hear it. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to death and in money, that's two topics that you can't get a mass majority of black people together to understand. Now, I told this insurance guy there, I believe that the insurance companies are mob. Not just not auto, not life, not annuity, none of that. I'm talking about insurance, period. Mm-hmm. They're gangsters. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, with the insurance, and I know we're going off.
They're gangsters representatives, because each state and federal law requires that you have insurance.
Yeah,
they leave it up to the insurance to decide. Like I got a thing right now. I got a medication that my doctor prescribed for me, and my insurance said that they weren't going to cover it. But I pay the insurance every month. They take it directly out of my check, right? They're not going to cover it. So the medication that they decided that they were going to cover, the doctor's office said that I should consider myself lucky. Right? I said, well, this must be like possibly like the cheapest of the cheap, that they are saying, okay, we'll pay for that one. And she started laughing. She said, yeah, it is. And I said, that's the only one that they approve, right? She said, yeah, but you should consider yourself lucky because most of the time they just say no across the board. Well, this is a medication that I need, and this is supposed to be my insurance. So they're given a free rein to say what it is that they're going to approve and what they're not going to approve.
And that's one of the reasons why I said they're gangsters.
Listen to the initial statement that I made.
You said gangster representatives.
They're gangster representatives because it's the government that's telling you that you need to mess with these people.
But see now, but it goes back to the lobbyists. The lobbyists put up the money to pass laws and legislation that makes it mandatory for you to have certain insurance.
Again, on a community level, if each one of our communities were to start becoming conscious of how far underneath foot we are, to create an agenda for us to collectively say, hey, this is affecting us, that's affecting us. Because a lot of things there are a lot of ailments that are specific to us. And then when you have an insurance company that hold your life in the balance to make a decision on what medication they're going to allow you to have and what medication they're not going to allow you to have, but you're paying for it.
Right, and they're going to take their money.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why they put out a lot of this propaganda about this Obamacare. They don't want it because if they go past the insurance company, it's going to end up taking a hit. And they know it because they're going to tax you $695. I can't remember the exact dollar amount, but it's in the upper $600 mark. Mm-hmm. That it's a tax. So the government says if you don't have insurance, we're going to tax you the $695. Because if you don't have insurance and something happened to you, you go to the emergency room, the government is paying for it anyway. So they make.
How is the government going to be paying for it if they're going to bill you?
No, the insurance company pay for it. Excuse me, the federal government pay for it.
Since when?
The federal government always pay for it.
So why do they send you a bill?
No, because the government, if you don't pay that bill, they getting grants and money from the government. That money is gonna come from the government. It's come from the government. If you don't pay it, they have to do their due diligence and try to get you to pay for it. But even if you don't pay for it, if you don't have the means to pay for it, the government pay for it. They got public and private hospital. If you go to a private hospital, they can turn you away if you don't have insurance. And they'll send you to Grady or the Cab Medical or somewhere like that take people off the streets.
I'm still trying to figure out how countries that are not considered superpowers are able to give all of their citizens free health care.
Now the United States can do it. They can do it. I mean, but the thing is, the powers that be, that they don't want it because it would mess up. They feel it would mess up a whole industry, which is the insurance industry, which is the gangsters. And the insurance company don't want it because right now, if I'm your insured now, along with this law with the Obamacare, what's in there, they can't drop you or deny you coverage for pre-existing conditions. Kids can stay on their insurance policy with their parents until they're 25, so they can't just kick you off their policy. So it's a lot of things that are going against the grain, against the insurance grain. Mm-hmm. So the government now, they're saying, if you don't have insurance, we'll cover you. So now if you got an option, if you're paying a couple of $100 a month for insurance coverage, if you're paying $50 a week, bi-weekly, not including what your employer's putting in with the cover it. Mm-hmm. But if you're paying $50 a week, that's $200 a month. And someone said you can go and get this Medicare for all this Obamacare for all for $50 a month, you're not going to put up with the garbage from your insurance company.
Hell no.
No, I'm going to go get the Obamacare.
If I need the medication, I can get it, right?
Exactly. And you can go and see them for free. But now this is the thing, and I know we went way off course, but you know, I think it's necessary.
It's relevant.
I think that a lot of people, they don't understand it because they don't want it, because it's a black man that's in office, so they're going to fight against anything. They're going to find anything that's wrong with it. It's the same. He's offering
those are specific people, though.
Right, because he's offering the same thing that Mitt Romney put into play in Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. Massachusetts have a universal health care.
Romney care.
It's the same thing that he has there.
Romney cares, but just not right now.
Right, but see, the thing is, if he put this stuff in play, then a lot of people's going to be upset. So they don't want this stuff into play. So you know, it goes to say that, hey, we have to support it because it is needed. It's a necessary evil, and we need an industry that's going to help this economy bounce back, because this economy is in the tank. And if you look at everything that the economy that have happened since we had this democracy, we have had an industry that helped the economy bounce back. In the 1800s, you had the railroads. You had the 1900s, you had a skyscraper built for the infrastructure. Then you have this the revolution of the computers boom, the internet, the broadband. So we have had a lot of things that have helped this economy bounce back, and I think that's the Obamacare is going to be that one thing that's going to help this economy bounce back. You look at the fact that if you have healthcare facilities start popping up everywhere, communities and all around the cities and all around the United States, that's going to be more jobs in the medical field that's going to be produced. You look at if the prescriptions going to be more prescriptions going to be filled because more people got healthcare and they're going to get prescriptions. Then you got the pharmaceutical companies are going to end up making more money, or making a lot more money. If you look at the pharmaceutical company, you have to bottle it. That means plastic. That means oil. That means more products that's going to have to be made and manufactured. So that's jobs there. So now these jobs these prescriptions have to be filled by somebody. So there go pharmacy techs. So I mean, I can go on and on and on about this whole thing. And I think this is going to be the industry that's going to help us bounce back. And I think that we need it. It may not be a perfect plan, but I think that is something that is needed. So, but hey, you're listening to TriStar Radio. I'm AJ with my co-host D, the Professor. Hey, this is AJ. I would like to introduce the ladies room. What is this ladies room stuff, man? Big Cheese, what you doing back here, man? Then I had to throw you out once before. Man, you had your goons here, but they not here now. So Big Cheese, the boss, is taking over. Why you been acting so grumpy lately, man? You starting to become angry. I know, man. Things been just so hard for me lately, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. Man, it sound like you need a hug, dude. Yo, what is this ladies room stuff, man? Yeah. Got Kimberly and Keena. They're gonna bring it. They're gonna come in from a lady's perspective to the back room. They're taking it over, and it's called the ladies room, where they're gonna bring sports, entertainment, news, love, and relationship, all from a woman's perspective. You know, the boys in Soul Connection be holding it down, but we needed to bring something extra to the table. So we got Kimberly and Keena, the ladies room. Man, they're gonna come in here with all this lavender and potpourri and stuff, man. They gonna just take it over, man. You know how women do, man. Big Cheese, man, calm down, man. Everything's gonna be all right, man. Kimberly and Keena, they're gonna bring it, man. And it's gonna be a nice show, man. You're gonna enjoy it. I ain't gonna enjoy nothing, man. Big Cheese, man. Hey, come with me, man. I know a lady, man. She has a nice, comfortable couch, and she will let you lay on it, man. And y'all can just talk about all your problems, man. Man, she got some candy, man. You know, Big Cheese love himself for Snickers, the Mars bars, man. Oh, Milky Way, dude, all that, man. Hey, hot wings. I know she got some hot wings. All right, y'all, tune into Ladies Room with Kimberly and Keena. Y'all gonna enjoy it from the ladies' perspective. I'm there, man. The couch, hot wings, Snickers, man. I'm there, man. Come on, man. Let's go.